Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a new video. So what we're actually doing tonight is actually drilling into my Password JDM power steering carbon cover over here. Why am I drilling into that? Well, if you guys notice over here, it says Password JDM, really nice badge on there. But of course, with all the titanium in the engine bay and around the car, Titanium Works hit me up and said, hey, we need to get a titanium badge on there. So here we are. He sent me over a Password JDM titanium badge. It's the same font and everything. It has the logo up there. Really nice. The only difference is it doesn't say what's on the bottom, the reintegration to its truest form, which is okay. I'm just happy it's still the same font. He asked me if I wanted any custom logo or anything like that, but I wanted to hold true to the Password JDM brand and get something very similar. So as you can tell on the cover, it has rib nuts. So we're gonna have to actually drill those out. And I didn't want to use rib nuts again. I think it's a little cleaner using screws and bolts. So that is what we're doing. He sent over some nice screws with some nuts that go on the other side. And it's going to update it a little bit. It's going to flow really well because if you look, it kind of sticks out a little bit compared to everything else. I know it's very detailed, very OCD, but hey, that's kind of what the whole entire car is. So it's all down to the details. Everything matters. And it's one of those things that I'm excited to get on. I also actually picked up the Password JDM battery cover. I wasn't going to do it, but then I started realizing I have 3 pieces of carbon over here. So 1, 2, 3, kind of the intake, this area. Then over here, I have 1, 2. So having the actual carbon battery cover is going to look much cleaner. And also it's going to make the battery area right here look way better. It's going to cover all this ugliness up. I'm still going to be able to use the Titanium Works hooks as well as the nuts. So it's going to look really nice on there. But that one also has the badge there. So he's sending me over another one of these to do the same exact thing. So everything's going to flow nicely and look really good. So actually in the video where I installed this, I talked about Password JDM being out of business, not producing products anymore. And a lot of that is true. Password JDM went out of business, but another company actually bought them. The company that sells them now is actually called Technocraft Composites. They're actually the people that bought the Password JDM brand, and they're actually starting to reproduce some new Password JDM stuff, or the stuff that they were creating. So you're able to purchase some new, which is something that I didn't know. So that is coming, I think, next week. So we're gonna go ahead and install that in another video. But for now, let's go ahead, remove this, get everything set up, and get those rivets drilled out and ready to go. All right, so we got the cover off. So all we got to do is, if you look, these are the rib nuts. There's 1 and 2 on the other side. If you look in the back, that is where they are. So all we got to do is get a very small drill bit, drill in the center of that, and kind of just break the rivet. You just want to be really careful, obviously, because it can catch. You don't want to scratch anything. Unfortunately, my drill right now, both of the batteries are dead, which I was unaware of. So I'm going to charge one up, and then I'll come back and we'll drill those out. So we are charged up. The bit that I'm using is a 5/64, so very small. So all we're going to do is just drill out the little rivet on the inside there, and then we'll be able to pop it through. All right, so we got one out. Now we're just going to do the other side. So here's the Password JDM badge. Very nice badge. I like the actual font on it. It's really nice. But I think the other one's going to be a little bit nicer with the titanium. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit since there was some adhesive on the back. And then I'm going to actually, I might have to drill out the holes a little bit more. Yeah, I'm gonna, because the screws are a little bit bigger, which is no biggie. Just because use a bigger drill bit, make the hole a little bit bigger, and we'll be good to go. So I'm using a 9/64 drill bit. Just gonna make the hole a little bit bigger. So now I'm using 11/64. So we're going up to 3/16. One size bigger, 13/64. Perfect. All right, guys, so there we go. The new badge, the new plaque, whatever you want to call it, is installed. Everything went very smoothly. We'll take a look on the back so you guys get an idea. There's the nuts. You know, I tightened it pretty tight, but you don't want to go overboard just because this is carbon and you don't want to crack anything, even though carbon fiber is very strong, but you just want to be careful. If you want, you can put some 3M tape on the back of this badge, but I didn't find the need. It's on there extremely well. So if I ever find the nuts getting loose or something like that, I'll throw some 3M tape on the back of that. And the only reason why I didn't do it is because the 3M tape that I have is a little bit thicker. And if I did that, it would be bumped out a little bit and you'd be able to see the tape line, which I really, really don't like. So I chose to do it without it, but it is an option if you are looking to put it on yourself. But there we go. Really, really clean. I love the bolts, the screws on the side of it. They stand out a little bit more than the stock rib nuts, which is really nice. I wanted the bigger screws just because I think it looks a little nicer. But yeah, really, really nice addition. I think it's going to look good in the engine bay over here. It's going to match everything else. So let's go ahead and throw it back on the car. So there we go. It's installed on the car. Really, really nice addition. Obviously, it matches everything else. I also have the Titanium Works badge up here as well, just to kind of let everybody know what actual hardware is in the car, because I get a lot of questions, and it looks really nice. So I've had that there for a while, but we got one there now, and it looks really, really good. So I'm really looking forward to getting the battery cover over here and doing the same thing, giving it the same treatment. And it should really tie everything in nicely. Now, I got a few other things that I'm going to install. I'm not going to do them in this video, but I picked up a few things, so I figured I would mention them. I got some plastic hub rings. I have been running the Project Kicks ones, the gold ones there, for a while now, but I wanted to get the black ones just to try to see if I like it any better, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. No, I'm not selling those, so don't ask. It's just like a trial thing. I want to see if I like it a little bit more, change it up a little bit, maybe clean it up. I don't know. We'll see. These are plastic, so they're not as nice as the other ones, but I just wanted to give them a try and see what I think. I also picked up these clear signal indicators. Now, this is something that I wanted to do forever. I don't know why I didn't pick it up. If you notice on the mirror right here, there's a little notch. And what you do is you take the cover off and everything, and you pop this out. Then you put that little clear piece in there, and the indicator shines through. So when you're driving, you can actually see the indicator coming through that little hole right there. Very, very simple mod, but it's one of those things I wanted to do. Also, I picked up some jet black lower mirror covers. So down here, I didn't want to do carbon, even though I have the carbon tops. There hasn't been a bottom piece that I've liked that lines up perfectly. with the carbon weave that I have. So by getting the jet black, I think it's gonna look really nice, kind of tied in a little bit better. And it's something that I always want to do. Really simple install, literally just pop them off and put the new ones on. I'm gonna do it at the same time as I do the little clear signal things on the inside. So that's gonna be a different video. And also I picked up, I guess they're in here, can't really see, but I picked up some new pedals. Now I've been looking for a really nice pedal set. The ones that come stock on the STI are decently nice, but I feel like there's nicer options out there. And these caught my eye. These are billet aluminum pedals, a full pedal set. So this is the throttle one. And actually has a little extension on the side there for easier heel towing. Then you got the clutch and brake pedal, as well as the dead pedal. Now these just go right over the existing stock pedals. So you do have to do some drilling, but I'm gonna do the full install on the channel in a separate video as well. So if anybody's interested in picking these up, you know, you can decide for yourself, but they are nice. They're billet aluminum, so they're not plastic. They're metal. So really, really nice. I'm looking forward to trying it out with the extended throttle pedal. I think it's going to help a lot with heel towing and just be a lot more fun to drive. So again, another video, but that is what's to come. Like I said, I still have the Password JDM battery cover coming in and a few other things as well. I never stop. Also, I am still on the hunt for my daily driver. I'm really, really, really focused on getting a new Toyota Tacoma. I'm trying to get a 2022 Tacoma off-road trim, but it is proving to be extremely difficult just because with everything going on. I've already did a whole video on that explaining my situation, or everybody's situation, I should say. But I am still really, really focused on it. I took a little bit of a break because it is exhausting talking to all these dealers and people, you know, walking all over you and everything and telling you whatever. It's getting really annoying, but I reached out to another dealer, waiting to hear back from them. So hopefully I'll have an update soon. I'm kind of getting a little anxious now because the temperatures are dropping in the mornings. They're in the low 40s now. So it's getting to that point now where I don't want to be driving on summer tires in the morning. During the day, you know, it's much warmer. It's in the 60s. So it's not as bad, but still I'd rather, you know, get something dedicated for winter so I don't have to worry about taking this out. So plenty more things to come. I'm really looking forward to everything. I hope you guys are too. If you're looking to pick up any titanium hardware or the same titanium badge I put on this, be sure to hit up Titanium Works. Awesome company. They literally can do anything you want. Any bolt, any nut, any clamp, any plaque, anything. They literally can do it all. Fantastic company. I absolutely love working with them. As you can see, I have it literally all over my car. I use it under the car, in the engine bay, inside the car, everywhere. Again, if you have any questions at all, be sure to ask them below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.